Welcome back, performance addicts and value hunters, to Chrono Wheels, the home of machines that refuse to follow the rules and riders who refuse to settle for ordinary. For years, the 400cc sport bike class has been trapped in a predictable cycle. Lightweight frames, decent agility, fun performance, but always held back by the same barrier: limited horsepower. Riders loved the corner-carving nature of these bikes, but deep down, everyone wanted just a little more madness. Kawasaki tried to break the cycle with the ZX-4RR's high-revving inline-four, revving to the moon and screaming like a miniature superbike. But even then, riders kept asking the same question: why can't a 400 make real superbike numbers? Well, Kawasaki must have heard that question one too many times. Because instead of increasing displacement, or tweaking mapping, or adding a few extra RPM, they decided to storm into the engineering lab and flip the entire category upside down. Today, we're talking about a motorcycle that destroys expectations, demolishes the 400cc ceiling, and creates a brand new realm of middleweight carnage. You are witnessing the incoming revolution, the 2026 Kawasaki ZX-4RR Turbo Concept, a factory-built, forced induction monster that breaks into triple-digit horsepower territory like it was born to be there. This isn't an evolution, this is a detonation. Let's dive straight into the heart of this mechanical insurgent, the engine. Kawasaki didn't add power the old-fashioned way. They didn't adjust compression or extend the redline or fine-tune cam profiles. No. What they did was strap a precision-engineered low-inertia turbocharger onto the already screaming inline-four. And this single decision unleashes a power curve that absolutely shreds the conventional 400cc expectation. The goal was simple: break the 100 horsepower threshold cleanly and reliably. To get there, Kawasaki uses a turbine engineered with extremely low rotational mass. This eliminates that dreaded turbo lag and delivers boost almost as soon as you crack open the throttle. Instead of waiting for the engine to spool up, this turbo punches the mid-range with a tidal wave of torque, an experience no naturally aspirated 400cc motorcycle can replicate. But when you pump this much compressed air into a tiny, high RPM engine, things get dangerous fast. So Kawasaki beefed up the internals with forged pistons, strengthened rods, reinforced crank components, and performance-grade bearings. The intercooler is a compact liquid-to-air design positioned to maintain airflow efficiency without bloating the bike's profile. That means the compressed air stays cool, dense, and ready to smash the combustion chamber with explosive energy. And the soundtrack? The 16,000 RPM howl is still there, but now it's enhanced with the intoxicating whoosh of the turbo spooling, followed by the rapid staccato chirp of the wastegate. Together, these sounds create a symphony of mechanical fury that no other 400cc motorcycle can match. Power like this requires a foundation that can withstand violence, so Kawasaki rebuilt the chassis from the ground up. The signature trellis frame returns, but this time it's reinforced heavily around the steering head, subframe junction, and swing arm pivot. This ensures absolute stability, even when the turbo unleashes its full might. Flex at high boost levels is not an option. One frame wobble at triple-digit speeds and you're in the danger zone. The swing arm tells another chapter of this engineering story. A standard ZX-4RR swing arm simply can't cope with turbo-level torque, so Kawasaki introduces a braced aluminum unit reminiscent of the ZX-6R. Extra ribs, added weld points, and increased rigidity allow the bike to translate power into acceleration cleanly and consistently. No squatting, no twisting, no instability when the boost hits hard. Yet the miracle here is how Kawasaki keeps the bike feather light. Despite the turbo system, intercooler, heavier bracing, and denser materials, the projected wet weight stays around 195 kilograms. Mass centralization is optimized with millimeter-level precision, keeping the bike nimble and brutally responsive, especially when flicking through tight corners. This isn't just a fast bike, it's a fast bike that handles like a scalpel in the hands of a surgeon. But you can't unleash this kind of performance with stock suspension. The ZX-4RR Turbo demands top-tier components. Up front, fully adjustable inverted forks deliver high-speed damping control, maintaining chassis composure under violent braking or sudden boost surges. The rear monoshock is linked through a progressively stiffening system that resists squat and keeps the tire in maximum contact with the pavement during hard acceleration. Speaking of braking, Kawasaki equips the turbo with dual 320mm floating discs and monoblock radial-mounted calipers. These are not optional. When a 400cc class machine rockets to speeds typically reserved for leader bikes, stopping power becomes a matter of survival. With enhanced rigidity and fade-resistant performance, these brakes ensure you stay in command, even during repeated hard stops. Cornering ABS works together with high-performance tires, likely Pirelli Supercorsas or an equivalent, to deliver the grip and control needed for aggressive lean angles under high loads. And yes, this isn't just a straight-line missile. This is a track animal engineered to dominate apex after apex. A bike like this must look like it wants to eat other motorcycles alive. Kawasaki does not disappoint. The bodywork is a fusion of ZX-4RR DNA and H2-inspired aggression. The fairings incorporate deep, angular cuts for cooling efficiency, feeding air directly into the turbo and intercooler. And yes, there are functional aerodynamic winglets, generating essential downforce at high velocity. These aren't cosmetic. These are survival tools for a bike capable of pushing past 240 km/h. Even the rider triangle is re-engineered for full attack mode. The clip-ons are lower, the foot pegs are higher and further back, and the entire posture screams track domination. The tank sculpting provides deep anchor points for your legs, allowing you to lock in and control the bike during brutal deceleration or intense cornering loads. Now let's talk electronics, because without intelligence, this machine would be uncontrollable. The ride-by-wire system allows the ECU to modulate turbo boost in real time, preventing the engine from overwhelming the tire. The 6-axis IMU provides constant feedback on lean angle, pitch, and yaw, enabling a suite of rider assists like traction control, wheelie suppression, and cornering ABS. The rider gets selectable modes that completely transform the bike's character. Rain mode cuts power and softens boost delivery. Road mode balances aggression with predictability, and track mode unleashes the full demonic potential of the turbocharger, allowing experienced riders to push this machine to the razor's edge. Now comes the final question: how much will this pocket rocket cost? With the exotic turbocharger, reinforced frame, premium brakes, and advanced electronics, the estimated price lands around $14,999 United States dollars. But that's not an overpriced 400cc. That is the cheapest gateway into factory turbocharged hypersport performance, technology previously exclusive to the mighty Ninja H2. This motorcycle isn't built for everyone. It's built for riders who want a sensory overload, mechanical insanity, and track-ready performance in a compact, lightweight package. The ZX-4RR Turbo is a love letter to riders who crave adrenaline more than displacement. Now it's your turn, Chrono Wheels family. Would you pick the screaming 100-plus horsepower ZX-4RR Turbo over the raw grunt of a ZX-6R? Does forced induction make this the future king of middleweights, or is the complexity too much for everyday riders? And be honest, is the biggest attraction the power, or is it that intoxicating turbo-whoosh paired with a 16,000 RPM redline? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. If you think the future of performance motorcycles belongs to forced induction, smash that like button and subscribe to Chrono Wheels for more mind-bending machine reveals.